Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. I told you earlier that I had a surprise for you. What are we going to make today? I know. We're going to make sea moss. And I'm so excited about that. So, before we get started, I would like to say, please, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I want that to grow in order for me to reach as many people as I possibly can. That is my goal. I love helping people, and the more people can see, I'm trying to promote healthiness, trying to promote good things, good vibes, all that good stuff, and help you through maybe some of the difficult journeys that you have to go through, such as myself, okay? So that's, I need you to do that for me. Please like, share, and subscribe. All right, so what we're going to do here is, let me put this disclaimer out there. Please make sure if you have any allergies to fish, whether it's regular fish, shellfish, goldfish, whatever fish, please skip this because this is not going to be beneficial to you if you have any allergies to fish, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So here's what I did. I have sea moss here. It's about this size. And if you could take a quick peek in there, you could see all that salt, right? Okay, so sea moss comes from the ocean, right? It's at the bottom, it's there. And however you can get your hands on it, I really don't know how you can get your hands on it. I get mine from a vendor that gets his imported. And this is the kind. Now, there are a few different kinds of sea moss. This is just the one that I'm going to work with today to show you how to make sea moss. Again, however you can get your hands on, you'll probably have to Google. You might even be lucky enough just to take a dive. Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. But anyway, this is the sea moss that we're gonna use. Now, this is the size that I took out to get prepared for you. And the very first thing that I do is clean it. So you can see how it looks inside here. Make sure that when you're cleaning it, you wanna clean it. You want to, any particles that you might see, including the salt, because it's important to rinse all that salt off and any other parts that may have come inside your sea moss from the ocean. Okay, so you want to clean that. So I've already done that. I cleaned it very well, and then I soak it. I put it in a jar like this. Not a jar, this is a bowl. I put it in this bowl and I soaked it. Remember, it was this size. Look at it now. So I put it in there after I cleaned it, and from there I filled the bowl with water. Please make sure that you use fresh water. I use fresh water. I have my own water machine, so of course I'm using my 9.5, very good water, but you want to make sure it's not tap water. You want to clean it. So I soaked it for about 4 hours, and then I poured that batch of water out and I re-soaked it again. And then this morning when I got up, I poured that batch out and then I re-soaked it. And this is the results of all that soaking. You see how big it's gotten? All right, so that's for the beginning part of all of that, making sure you prep your sea moss. Now, the thing here is I don't need this much. I just kind of wanted to mix it up for you so you could see actually what it looks like when it's dried versus when you get it all soaked up. And it's nice and clean. It doesn't quite have that oceany smell anymore like it usually does. So then what I do, I snip a piece of it off, because again, I'm not using it. So I'm not going to use all of this. So it really depends upon how much you're making and what you're making it for. If you're making it for juices, you certainly don't need all of this. But if you're making it to make sea moss, Some people like the sea moss, they'll take a spoonful of it and they'll drop it in their tea, or we have the guys that like to use this sea moss after the gym, because it is a good restoration after you have worked out. Sea moss has so many components to it, and it does so much, so many vitamins and minerals that it has, and I love it. This is what I use. So let me tell you, I was having problems with one of my knees, and of course the first thing the doctor says is, let's just go ahead and do a knee surgery. It's not to that point, but let's do it before it gets really bad. So what I did was, I'm like, you know what? Let me pull out my sea moss first. And I promise you, I can run up the stairs. I'm back to my bike riding, all of that good stuff, because this sea moss is amazing, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna snip a piece off, because I really don't need all of that. I think I'll use about maybe this size, okay? So we got some left over. If you have too much, you can always just put it in the freezer, and that way you won't have to worry about cleaning the next batch, right? And again, it depends on what you're making. If you're making soap, if you're making lotion, and maybe one day I'll get to that for you. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how many of you are requesting to see how you make sea moss soap or lotions, okay? All right, so the very next thing from there, let me get my blender out, because we're gonna need this. It's very simple. The worst is over. You've pretty much already got the cleaning done. No, we don't want that on just yet, do we? We've already got the cleaning done, of course. That is probably the longest and the hardest part of all of it, if you're just making it for juice, okay? So we're gonna drop this right on in here. And what I like to do, I like to heat up a little bit of water. Now, we're not talking about super hot, but just like lukewarm. And I like to pour it in there. Now we're gonna pour, this is about a cup, right? And if we need any additional afterwards, we'll use the liquids from here, okay? So let's go ahead and cover it up. This is gonna get loud, guys, so hold tight for a minute. You wanna use this, I do it on high smoothie because we really wanna blend it very well, okay? So hold tight, it's gonna be really loud. Okay, so let's look at the consistency, because sometimes I don't use enough and I use a little bit too much water, and this consistency is not as good as I want it to be. So the good thing about it is you can always keep adding, right? Let's see. So it's a little bit on the liquidy side. We don't quite want it to be there, so hold tight. We're gonna put a little bit more of that sea moss in there. See if we can get it at a better consistency. I'm gonna put that much, okay? Because you can always add water too. All right, let's see. Alrighty, and let me just go back a little bit. I like to use the warm water because it kind of helps emulsify it a lot better than cold water. So let's see this, look at that. So much better. You see how that looks? It almost looks like a little syrup. See that? That's when you know that your sea moss is in tip-top shape. And when you're getting down to the bottom, you don't see any more of the actual sea moss. It's all blended. It looks like applesauce, however, it's a little bit more smoother than applesauce, okay? And that's about all that you need. That's the only point that you needed to get to. All right, so that's how you blend your sea moss. Now, if you're going to do other things like make soaps and like make lotions and things like that, that's other steps that maybe we can get to at another time. This one is specifically for making your juices. So at this point, you pour your sea moss in your jar. You can go and get yourself any kind of jar, mason jars, pour it in there, and it stays in a refrigerator. It's going to get a little harder. Sea moss normally gets harder. Now, the key to all of it when you're making juices is you don't want it to be too hard. Let me grab one of my juices, my sea mosses from the refrigerator. So this is my sea moss that I just threw in a jar, and this is how so it still has some kind of movement, right? You want it to be like that. You want it to keep that kind of consistency, only because you're going to take 2 tablespoons to about a pint of your juice. So these are the bottles that I make right here. So you want to, this is about a pint, I think. I believe, yeah, this is about a pint, I believe. Yes, it is. So you want to make sure that when you are ready to make your juice, you're using 2 tablespoons to your juice. Now, the juice you're going to use is whatever you choose. It can be orange juice, it could be apple juice, it could be cranberry juice, it could be your homemade pineapple juice. If you want it more healthy stuff, if you're trying to help your joints and things like that, then the juice that I recommended, it's on another one of my uploads. You can go back. That is my green juice. You can use it for that. Whatever you decide you want to make, how you want to make your juice, you can. This is the very biggest step to making the sea moss, because once you've gotten the sea moss down pat, put it in the refrigerator and you use it as you need it. Okay, and I think that's it. That's really it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in my jar and I'm gonna make some juice, and I don't know which one I'm gonna make yet, but I will make some juice and I'll upload some pictures of my juice when I get started. But I wanted you to first see how to make this sea moss. I think that's it. There's nothing left. See how easy that was? That is, you just make sure you get your consistencies right. That looks really, really good. Remember, if it's too loose, you can always add more. If it's too thick, you can always add more water, okay? And you just keep it in the refrigerator. You can keep your jar in the refrigerator for about 30 days. And I hope you use it by then, because you need to be juicing, okay? All right, that is it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I thank you so very much for your time. I hope this was helpful. Please, if you have questions, flood me. Let me know. If I missed something, you need me to go back over, please let me know, because that's what I'm here to do. Help you help yourself. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. Bye now.